Let's hover over the East Bay, shall we, Maurice? Or in fact, let's go to London.
We just went over my crib. No, we just went over my crib in the East Bay.
All right, we'll be back.
Okay.
We're going to get back to here, but
Okay.
let's fly across the Atlantic Ocean all the way to London and what happened a couple of weeks ago. Check it out. Derek Carr hurts. I mean, his brother David says that he got stoinked in the head. Now, other people say he hurt his arm. I see him wincing with his arm.
Yeah, I saw him wincing with his arm.
Either way, this is a thing. John Gruden, who clearly is outmoded in 2018 and is giving away everybody and trying to do a whole reboot and buying himself another year or two.
Another year or two? I mean, he has 10.
I understand, but you get what my point is. It's easy to purge what the previous regime did and say, well, I didn't like this roster, and I'm going to build a new one and acquire a bunch of first-round draft picks. But in the meantime, is it plausible that the Raiders' teammates see Derek Carr and say, well, I can't play with this guy anymore when the team is so flawed otherwise?
So I saw that report, and I read it, and my initial reaction was, when you're a leader, right, and then in times like this, where it seems like everything goes wrong, you have to stand up and you have to be the man. Like, you have to play through injuries. You have to do all the stuff that you don't want to do because everyone's looking at you.
Oh,
They tried an Eli Apple.
Emergency detour down to NOLA, Maurice.
I can't go down to NOLA, Shaq. They get mad at me down at NOLA.
I don't like this trade because it disrupts. Do you know that I think it was last year.
So hold on, wait. Hold on. I have to stop this. It's not even about. Let's get to NOLA in a second.
All right, let's fly back up.
Are the Giants tanking?
Let's head up to Manhattan now.
Well, let's go to Atlanta where they played on Monday night to just see. Are the Giants tanking?
I'm getting jet lag. Yeah, cool. Well, they're done now. You know what? Everybody
stick a fork in them.
When do I get my pat on the back? When do I get my parade? I told everybody who would listen that the Giants were going nowhere this year. They had no chance because of their schedules coming out of the gate.
Schedule does make you or break you.
And now it's come to pass. And sure, they need to do this. I do also think. Well, let's try to connect the dots here as we travel across football America here. My suggestion is Derek Carr to the Giants. The Giants deal Eli back down to Jacksonville to rejoin his pal, Tom Coughlin. Now, the cynics will say Eli isn't an upgrade from Blake Bortles, but those people aren't paying attention. Eli Manning in 2018, I'm not talking about in his prime, best he's ever been. I'm talking about right now. Eli Manning is discernibly better than Blake Bortles. True?
I think with a running game, yes. And that's where they're lacking on both sides right now. Jacksonville doesn't have a running game. That's why they went and got Carlos Hyde. Giants don't have a running game. That's why, even as great as Saquon Barkley is, they're not turning around and handing the ball enough. So that's where you have an issue. That's where Eli needs help. That's where, and if you guys go on NFL.com, I wrote an article about aging quarterbacks and how important running backs are to those guys to help them, continue their success. Eli hasn't had that.
Outdated, but where do you suspect Patrick Peterson? You think he continues to wear that Cardinals uniform?
I think he either wears the Cardinals uniform or...
Don't say Patriots.
No. I think the Chiefs. The Chiefs, you got to remember, teams that feel like they're in the race, in the hunt, right now are going to make all the trades to get better.
AB and Cam Hayward, two high-profile Steelers,
Pittsburgh's another one.
Should not be talking publicly about we need this guy.
Why not?
If they don't think if they don't have some insight that they're going to get him.
No,
because it's deflating if they don't get him.
It's not deflating. It helps. You have to remember, now Joe Hayden doesn't have to guard number one guys. He gets to guard the number two guy.
I would be over the moon as a Steelers fan. I'm saying if you announce we need this guy in order to make a Super Bowl run.
It makes us better.
If they don't get him though on the other side, I'm saying it's.
Well, then we just have to keep improving. Okay. But getting him makes us immediately better team. We can go.
Well, now that we're hovering over the banks of the Three Rivers, let's go all the way here. James Conner playing fine.
Oh, he's doing a great job.
For all of your talk, and I'm with you. I look at it closely. Those safeties do creep up with 26, and they do not with James Conner. But nevertheless, Conner's making some hay week after week, just about it seems. Le'Veon Bell. When will we see him again?
You know what? I'm glad you said that because there was an ESPN report out. Jeremy Fowler, he's the Pittsburgh guy. He was like week 7, and I tried to tell people sometimes you just can't run with everything you get.
Let's get to it. So, all right, you've spoken to him. When are we going to see him come in?
I don't. Listen, I would tell you if I knew. I just knew he wasn't coming in last week.
But will he play this year?
Yeah. He'll play this year.
I don't understand that casual sort of like, oh, yeah, by the way.
He has to play this year. He has to play
Why
this
does
year.
he have to?
So if he doesn't play this year.
He could sit out the whole year.
No,
he still goes into free agency.
No. If you don't sign by the Monday of week 11, or I think it's the Monday of week 11, if you're not in there by week 11, then this season is done. Like, it just doesn't count. So if you sit out a whole year, you can go. They'll franchise tag you again. Then you'll go through this all again.
Next question here. It's pretty clear that your Rams are going to the Super Bowl.
Stop that. Don't do that.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's the way it's tracking right now.
I mean, the NFC is definitely tough. It's much tougher than the AFC right now.
I don't think it's a guarantee. Obviously, injuries happen, but the way it's tracking, this Rams team is a juggernaut.
They got a tough schedule. They got a tough road to go through right now.
All right.
You got the Packers, the Saints, the Chiefs, the Seahawks.
Oh, they play good teams as it happens. Okay, yeah, that's what happens. But they're still the best team right now.
They're right now. They have the best record.
It's pretty clear to me. It's down to 3 teams in the AFC.
Yes, who are they?
Pending Patrick Peterson's arrival on the banks of the Three Rivers.
Hold on.
I'm not predicting it. I said if that happens, then I will turn the corner on the Steelers.
Right.
As it stands, it's going to be. It just feels like, all right, it's obviously going to be the Patriots. We know that. It stinks. We get so excited about, the Chiefs. It's going to be the
Chiefs.
Patriots.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
But maybe the Chiefs, and then the other one, the one I'm sticking with, the Chargers. All LA Super Bowl. Which one is going to the Super Bowl?
So this is the thing, I'm hoping this. So let me say this before we go. I'm on the Jags bandwagon because normally
I didn't mention them.
I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If they can find a way to win here against Philly in London, then I think they're back on track.
Okay.
I think they get back on track. If they don't, then I think we can possibly move them to the side because the AFC South, this is weird. However, whoever comes out of that is just going to be one of those teams like, I don't know, and then they'll beat a couple teams. They'll be in the AFC championship.
Well, that
game.
Texans defense is far from jive itself. The way it's looking, if it can stay together, and Deshaun Watson and company are starting to put it together. Don't sleep on that team.
But I'll say the Chargers, they're going to get Bosa back, so they're 5-2 without Bosa, and Bosa's a huge piece.
And their tackles. Yeah. Finally, the football gods may smile on this.
No
team.
question. So they're going to be really good. And then the Chiefs, the Patriots. And I think that's your cream of the crop.
What a pleasure. What a great flight around football.
We went everywhere today, too.
Well,
Do we get the
America.
miles? Do we get the miles?
Definitely, because we've made a couple of transatlantic flights, if I'm not mistaken. Great stuff, Maurice.